I got the Zerg music now.
Yeah, me too. At least I think it's Zerg music. I feel like the Zerg music is very intense. Personally, I prefer the Terran one. All right, let's see what this game brings us. Blue shift this time. They are playing very standard maps. I like it. FunKa again choosing to go for the gas first opening.
Switch screen.
Oh, damn, I'm not used to this.
Monkas.
I'm glad you're keeping track of this because I certainly am not.
It happens to everyone. That's the thing. I've had it as well. For some reason. Alex with the pull first here.
Yeah, playing it safe. Last game he went for the drone scout and then for the hatch first. This game just going for the pull first right away. Also, he got Zerg twice in a row.
Yeah. Maybe thinking that FunKa could do something like Proxy Reaper against random. Wouldn't that be pretty sick?
That was just hoping you could get a Tyrant or something.
I mean,
I don't
Proxy
know.
Reaper you can do against any race, right? But then obviously it will have a different level
Yeah,
of effect. Against
yeah, I
some
think
races
so.
it's gonna be worse than others. Against Zergs, like we don't see it that much anymore, right?
Yeah, it's very uncommon against Zerg. I think against Protoss, like one barracks Proxy Reaper is still okay, but not sure how much he would commit. In general, I find it very hard as Terran to play against random, specifically because of TVT, because you sometimes want to go 2 gas before expansion. But this is not the case here, so no need to worry about that. But that's also the reason we see FunKa go for gas first every game, is because you require gas first in TVT, in the TVT matchup. And it's okay against Protoss and Zerg too, so that's why he's going for this.
Alright, FunKa starts his second CC on location. Factoring all the way, what do you make so then of the early roach run? It's just defensive, or is there any chance we might see some aggression?
No, I think this has to be aggressive for sure. One thing that Alex can play with right now is that FunKa knows that his opponent went for the pull first because he has CV scouted. So that's why we see FunKa keeping the second Reaper at home for the Ling run buys, which also means though that he obviously doesn't have a scout on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a nice little mind game here by Alex, going for the aggressive opening. And this is mostly just a pressure. You kind of just hope to kill a bunch of SCVs with this and drone behind it. This is an opening, for example, that Drainer likes to do.
And in this case, so far, there's only been the 4 roaches made by Alex, who's gonna start moving across the map. This is not gonna be spotted at all, so we're not gonna have a bunker or anything. And right now, FunKa has only a Reaper and 2 Marines. Can he pull back his Reaper on time? That's the big question, and obviously try and buy some time until the Hellions are out, which is gonna be key.
Yeah, if he would lose the first Reaper, it would be really bad. But let's see. Alex is doing a good job of not going in too early with any Zerglings to give him time to react. And okay, good pullback time. Good pullback time. And now I think the plan, if you don't have a bunker, is kite back towards your SCVs and then just pull a lot of workers. Which is kind of what FunKa is doing right now.
Yeah, he brought the SCVs to the ramp, so he's gonna lose a bunch. But this has to do a lot of damage, obviously, to be worth it, and I think that's kind of a lot of damage. He lost a mule as well, I think, on the expo.
Yeah,
And 9
to
SCVs
Zerglings.
already.
He's even morphing Ravagers. No, I think this did enough, but FunKa might look to go for a counterattack here. You see him with the Marauder on the way. That's obviously defensively at first, but now as he cleans it up. The thing with this build is that at home you're just droning, right? So sometimes you can get caught off guard by a Hellion drop. Actually, Alex went for Zergling speed very quickly with this, so he's playing it very safe. For example, I would have skipped the Zergling speed just in order to get out more drones.
But yeah, do you feel like a lot of Zergs should be like that, or is it more independent on like how safe they might like to play?
Yeah, I think it depends on how safe you want to be. It's just usually with this you don't do as much damage, especially if it's any sort of scouted. So you just want to have as many drones and as many queens as possible right after. But I think the way this worked out for Alex is the perfect follow-up here. Going for early speed. FunKa again going for 3 barracks before 3rd command center. But as I learned last game, this doesn't have to be.
Wasn't it
pure
5
aggression.
racks last game
Yeah,
before coming?
yeah, it was 5 racks, but already 3 racks is a very heavy commitment.
But did he just cancel? Alex made a bunch of buildings on his expo, which he then cancelled. He already has 2 Evo and he has a Roach Run. Maybe he made something double.
Those were his spine crawlers to block the Hellions.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Creep spread now gonna start to be in full effect. What's your thoughts on the new creep spread speed and the way it recedes and stuff?
I think it's pretty good. I think most of the changes are okay. I don't think the creep one is too massive, because usually you have more than 1 creep tumor per line, and then it doesn't really affect it anymore. So I think it's fair. I think Zerk is currently struggling more with the other changes, like the Hydra nerf.
Yeah. What about the Cyclone?
Yeah, that's an annoying unit for sure. Let me put it that way. It's see, the problem with the Cyclone is that it's very hard for Zerg to deny expansions because they're so fast. And in order to kill a planetary, you need to commit a lot of units. And then if those units are caught, it is yo. Why did he just drop a mule there? Do you see that?
That was weird.
I guess.
I don't think that's a mana mule because he's not in that position quite yet. And like, I don't think he would have meant to scan either. Maybe a bit of panic. Something. He's nervous.
I guess he thought he had the Liberator and wanted to unsiege or something, and then maybe it's the same hotkey. But yeah, Terran has a lot of new tools with the Cyclone for sure. But we're not seeing this game at all. FunKa just going for the bio again. This game though a bit more economically. Still 3 barracks before 3rd command center, but still earlier the CC and also double upgrades this time.
Okay, FunKa going for the deep dive with the Viking, gonna be denied. That was behind enemy line.
Yeah.
To say the least.
Yeah, his reaction time with the Reaper was good, but not so much with the Viking.
Ooh, the Liberator sneaking onto the natural, getting 4 drones there. Gonna force the Queen to move there and remove it.
Oh, at the same time we're gonna see a Zergling run by. Oh, and the wall is open, but Udomite with a good hit.
And Alex uses this opportunity to engage on the ground as well, onto those forces of FunKa that were across the map.
Yeah. Oh my god, are they gonna get the tank?
Oh, the tank!
Oh!
So sick. What a butcher!
Good repair by FunKa. And he's going home now with the 2 medevacs, and we're seeing FunKa in a similar position economically as last game, but this time he's not as close in the army. We can already see Alex again rushing for that hive tech, but this time without roaches and just with Ling Banes, which I like a lot more.
Who are your favorites for this tournament actually? Like if you had to pick a couple guys that you think will do well and go far?
I think Rotterdam and Jim Rising would be my 2 favorites.
Yeah.
And I also think, I'm not sure how serious Alex is taking this, but I take him from a personal level. I would say I could see him preparing something like for with every race. I could see Alex being like a dark horse as well as Pig.
So far, our players that qualified in Group A and B was, I think, Pig, Nathanias, and yesterday, who was it again?
It was In Control.
In Control.
Rising, right?
Yeah, and Jim Rising, yeah. So how about these 4? You already mentioned Jim Rising, but what about the other guys?
Yeah, I think Nathanias and In Control are pretty similar, right? I think they're decent, but I would see them as heavy underdogs against like Rotterdam, for example.
Yeah. And Indy is definitely pretty good, I think.
Oh yeah, Indy is good too. FunKa with some cute drop micro here, but kind of loses his Marines 1 by 1 every time he has to pick up.
Okay, Zerglings finding some damage here once again. Baneling's gonna come in. Can we get a target? They are closing in on the SCVs. Nice. Good saves by FunKa, who's getting engaged into his Marines down on the map. Alex is very smart every time to do that because he knows that FunKa is going to be looking at home and microing there.
Yeah, that's really good. That's a good thing to do in general.
It feels like Alex is like a couple speeds above FunKa though, with everything. He's always ahead quite a bit in supply, like he gets to hive so quickly, he's ahead in upgrades, and now we see Ultra starting like before 2-2 is even halfway through done for FunKa.
Yeah, I think Alex is just a lot more smooth with this early game, and this game, I mean, he also got off to a great start with the Roach aggression. So I definitely like the way Alex is playing strategically. Oh, this is gonna be a massive run by in the middle. Oh no, he just went there for the vision to start the creep.
Yeah, Zergling is gonna get right in there. He gets almost like a full surround, and his Marines will take a lot of damage, but then Alex chooses to evacuate because he was about to step off creep.
Yeah.
By the way,
He's playing it very
that lack
safe.
of wall at the natural of FunKa, okay, he's gonna finally gonna fix it. That was making me worried about run-bys.
Was that there since he lifted the CC?
I'm
I
not
guess
sure,
so,
maybe
right?
you got busted. No, yeah, there must not have been one. He's on double factory now though, with a lot of Widow Mines. Do you think that's the scariest thing to face? Is like a mass bio with Widow Mines, or is tanks harder?
For me personally, it depends on which opponent I'm playing. So if I'm playing against opponents with good multitasking, I think Widow Mine styles are a lot harder to play against. But if I'm playing uh, Terrans that are a bit worse, so for example, non-Korean Terrans, I think tanks are very, very hard to play against. Or at least Widow Mines is easier. Like if you're playing with Widow Mines, you can never really kill the Zerg opponent. So what the Terran has to do is constantly attack at multiple different places and try to get value with the Widow Mines with drops because that's where they shine the most. Like every time one Widow Mine connects with 5 drones or 10 Banelings,
Yeah.
they're so efficient.
At what time are you in the game now?
I'm 11:40, 11:40 now.
Okay. Just a couple seconds ahead, so I'll let you catch up. That should be good now.
Okay. Yeah.
What about now?
11:55. We can see FunKa going in right now to the 5th base of Alex with a double drop, and Alex being a bit out of position here.
Oh, he dropped at the natural at the same time, and he's gonna attack on the right side, bottom right side at the same time, so he's kinda everywhere.
What a madman! This multitasking.
Yeah, but Alex defended well. Like, they were not that synchronized. It was first top lefts, Alex went, then into the natural, he only lost 3 drones, and now there's the army at the bottom, which Alex is gonna be focusing on defending that one.
Yeah, but still, you can see the observer multitasking. The observers have to actually be quite quick sometimes.
Yeah, I'm worried that the only thing he's gonna observe is his army dying to Ultras and Banelings though in a second. Oh my god! Oh! Oh my god! You're gonna finish the Widow Mines after this! You can't let them blow up and then pull back and reload!
He doesn't have detection.
Yeah, but... Oh my god.
He's waiting for the
Dwarf
overseer.
something! Where are the Overseers? Okay, he made some.
He's morphing them right now, yeah. I wonder if he realizes that there are still some that are active. Or if he just goes in again.
Okay, finally.
Yeah, this looks better.
Some of them... Oh, they were about to reload actually.
Oh,
I don't think he has pneumatized Scarpace. Yeah, I was like, these guys are really slow. Overseers with pneumatized Scarpace, by the way, are way too fast. This is ridiculous. They are actually a Lamborghini. You could attest.
I don't know, man. Still can't catch
The force base!
Oh. Man, there's actually some proper multitasking going on here. So the Widow Mine drop at the same time, getting 9 drones. The Baneling's getting 14 SCVs. That is quite a nice game. And FunKa chooses to go for the late game. I really, really hope he survives until that point because I want to see the ghost.
Whoa, the Widow Mines! Oh my god! Oh my. And they all cramped up, they all get blown up by the Banelings here. Alex is just gonna roll in there. With Banes, that's a lot of Banes.
Yeah, this is where Terran is the easiest to attack when they're just transitioning into Ghost. Ghosts are so expensive and you need a lot of them. So yeah, this was a perfect timing by Alex here. He saw that FunKa just took his 4th base and now he's just going in with the lead he had. He's the one that can remax, even though he doesn't really have Larva right now.
GG well played gets called, and just like that, Alex